And welcome everyone, thank you very much for joining me today for the Liverpool-Leicester pre-match build-up show. Liverpool's final Premier League game just before the international break. It's an absolute nightmare, but I'm joined by Jack anyway.
Hi guys.
Thank you very much for joining me, Lara. OG to the channel as well, a bit like Jay. If you're new around here, this is Jack anyway. He's a very big subscriber, one of my best mates anyway. I have to drag him on the show anyway. In today's episode, we'll be talking about like the key players that Leicester will be threatening us on Saturday come the early kickoff. I want to gauge all your opinions, everyone. So get involved in the score predictions. Your starting lineup. Do you think Jurgen Klopp will be making any changes? He hasn't in his last three previous Premier League games. Anyway, but we'll just be going through that and the key players for Leicester, key areas in which Liverpool will be looking to exploit against Leicester City. Get in! Oh! Get in! So yeah, Leicester currently sit 7th in the Premier League table anyway. They lost against Manchester United 2-1 on the opening game of the season. So they won 2-0 against Wolves at home, and then they won 2-1 against Southampton. Jamie Vardy did get sent off. That's going to be a huge boost.
Vardy scored 7 goals past us in the past 8 games.
So it would have been a key threat, wouldn't it?
Very.
I'm made up, but I think, like we'll talk about in a little second anyway, the threats in Leicester's, they've got no Mahrez, which is a huge plus as well. Obviously, he's at Manchester City, and Jamie Vardy. Those were two players, not just for us, but mainly for a lot of the Premier League teams last season. They gauged a lot of threat. For key players that you've watched personally, mate, when you've watched Leicester?
I'm saying Maddison and Gray. Gray's been ridiculous. It's just, he's that player who's just really quick. He'll just get down the line and cause problems. Hopefully, Ten can keep him in his back pocket like he has with a few players this season already. And then Maddison's had a good start.
Is he the young lad from Norwich?
Yeah.
He seems to have really settled in over the last couple of weeks. When I watched Match of the Day, he seems to be one of the key areas and key men really for the Leicester midfield. Harry Maguire as well, mate. Another one. You mentioned you're a big fan of him anyway, aren't you? I think a lot of us big slaphead. He'd literally, if an asteroid was coming out the sky, I think he'd very much headed the thing as well. He seems to. A lot of Premier League fans have come to like him, obviously because of his England exploits. Anyway, I'd take him.
I'd take him all day.
He's an absolute beast. So we're looking to the last game in which Leicester did play against Southampton. Stats-wise, possession-wise, Leicester only had 48% of the ball against Southampton last week, obviously having 52 shots on goal by Southampton. They had 12 shots and 5 shots on target, with Leicester registering with that 48% possession, 8 shots with registering 5 on target. An average passes 425 for Leicester compared to 447 for Southampton. But obviously Harry Maguire's winner won it for Leicester last week in the 92nd minute. Going into, if we look at the lineup, start off, it was a 4-2-3-1. You got obviously Schmeichel in goal, Amartey, Morgan, Wes Morgan, Harry Maguire, Chilwell had a game ahead of Fuchs. And then you got Mendy and Ndidi. You know what I'm like. Ndidi. Thank God got it today. You all know about my pronunciations. Maddison playing behind Iheanacho, Pereira and Gray leading all 4 of them. So you got Pereira on the right and Gray left mid as well. But in Iheanacho leading the line, obviously due to Vardy not playing anyway, mate. But key players for you when you look at that squad?
Your 2 wide players being Pereira and Gray, even though Pereira's
a right back, isn't he?
A right back usually. He's obviously got the pace and can go forward, so he could be a threat. But it's surprising the way they're playing him, right, like more of a right mid, right wing.
Yeah.
And playing the whole midfield. They're in a Amartey right back. It's just,
that's mad, man.
I wouldn't have expected it.
If you look at the bench, players that didn't play against from the start. Anyway, you got Johnny Evans. I think that's a good. I didn't even half know he went to.
Yeah. He's
a good signing. Mark Albrighton as well. Always a threat. Danny Ward. He's on the bench, boys. Okazaki, I really rate Okazaki.
I like Okazaki.
He's like a Dirk Kuyt player. He never gives up. He's got bags of energy. And Adrian Silva. Which Silva's that? There's so many Silvas.
That's the one who, he's the Portuguese midfielder. They wants to sign him last year, but couldn't because it was like I think it was like a few hours late.
Yeah. So you got Silva on the bench. Fuchs, the left back as well. And go on, say that one.
Rashid Ghazal.
Ghazal, nice one, lad.
He's a new signing. I'm surprised he's not playing right wing though, because that is his natural position.
Yeah.
He played there for Monaco, and then I think he's been getting more game time every game. I think they'll start Ghazal.
Yeah.
Above Amati and then put Pereira right back again.
They're probably doing like Liverpool are doing with Fabinho. He's probably not up to full speed of the Premier League yet, but as you just said, there will be some changes. But everyone, how do you reckon Liverpool will get at Leicester City? Jack, I'll ask you first. When you look at Leicester's team from last week, obviously with the other exception, when they're playing a 4-2-3-1, how do you reckon Liverpool can, for you personally, mate, if you were Jürgen and everyone get involved, get at that team? Where do you envision the space being created?
I don't see much space in the midfield. Obviously, because it's a 5-man midfield, and with the likes of Mendy and Ndidi, they're both absolute units. So I think the space there will be really out wide. Spread the pitch, make them run about, because we know we've got the energy. Just make them work for the ball. Yeah.
When I look at that, like obviously we're playing amazing anyway, but it's the speed in which Wes Morgan, he's not getting any younger anyway. If I'd looked at that team, I'd think very much get Salah or get a Sadio Mane running off the back of him. Pereira, he's got bags of pace anyway, so I think they would kind of, as you just mentioned before, mate, drop him into his natural position, play him down right back anyway, just to cover for that expected pace coming from Sadio Mane anyway. Ndidi and Mendy, very much, like I said then, mate, orthodox central defensive midfielders, so absolute units. And if our midfield three is the midfield three that has been playing for the last 3 weeks, I reckon we could actually outdo them there in all areas. You got Gini Wijnaldum, very calm, composed, compared to they've got two sitting midfielders, or like they can adapt, but Ndidi's more or less a CDM who just sits there. But if you're looking at Naby Keita, when I'm looking at that, everyone, if you look at Andrew Gray, if you're playing a 4-2-3-1, you got Gray on the left, Maddison, and then Pereira, obviously right mid from last week, Ndidi and Mendy. Apologies, everyone. I can very much see us overrunning that midfield.
I can. If I was Klopp, I'd be telling either Naby or Wijnaldum to just run. Just as soon as we get the attack, be that extra man, be that runner that just late runs the box, because they won't expect it. Because we do play on the wing so much, if we were to get Salah or Mane in a good position to shoot in, and you have that extra man running from deep, it'll be so open, because they'll be so focused on trying to get the ball back off the main threat in a sense.
That's something Gini Wijnaldum, even though he does play CDM, when we've seen against West Ham as well, and mainly against Manchester City and Roma when we played them in Champions League. We've noticed it when everyone, most of us, that even though he does play holding, like he does break that line. So if you've got, like, say if you're MD or in over the Leicester midfielders, you're like, oh yeah, go ahead, I'll mark, try and mark Naby Keita and all that. But if you've got Gini Wijnaldum breaking through as well, that's what I love about playing Gomez and Virgil van Dijk. Everyone, the speed in which both of those possess, you're very comfortable. I think when you do play Lovren against the Leicester in the past, when you've had Vardy or other players that are outpace them, you've got that, you need to sit back slightly a bit more. When you play Joe Gomez and all that, I think Iheanacho, I'm not going to say he's rubbish because we're pre-recording this, see what happens anyway, but Demarai Gray, as you mentioned,
he's quick.
He's one of the lads that will offer Leicester City a huge bag of pace. I really do rate the lad. I would have even signed him a couple of months back. Put a cheeky bid in anyway. But Maddison, as we've seen from Norwich last season, whole host of clubs, and he's a Liverpool fan, isn't he? Supposedly. I think when we watched the awards, he was like, I'm sitting so close to Salah, like a lot of us anyway, but his mum's a big Liverpool fan. So he's one to watch out anyway. A lot of creativity, but it's the pace in which, like if anyone's playing against us, and imagine us playing against Salah and Mane, the one thing that you hate to play against as a footy player is pace. Someone running in behind you, it asks questions of you. From a point of view of Leicester attacking us, really, you got Maddison, Iheanacho and Gray, but it's the main threat and which is missing by Jamie Vardy. It makes it so much easier not playing up against them. I'll ask you your start 11 predictions as well. Everyone get involved in the comment section below. But Jack, how would you start up against Leicester?
I'd keep the keeper and defence the same. So, the one we played last week when it was Alisson, Robbo, Trent, Gomez and Van Dijk. I'm loving that defence at the moment. It's just proven well. Must do if we haven't conceded a goal or something. I'd then go with Naby, of course. Milner's been ridiculous. Probably, I'd even say he's probably been our player of the month so far. He's quality. And then go with Gini again. I'll keep it the same. And then again with the attack, it's just why change it? It's working, so why would you change it? And it's not like we've got to worry about squeezing games in because it's our last game for the international break. So I think Klopp will be like, if we run them down, it's one of them. International break, he couldn't really care with it, I think.
For me, if I was Jürgen, I'd be like, lads, you aren't going on international break. Especially if it's not like really important friendly games. If you look at that, I'd say my start 11 now, mate. But for me, if I was Klopp, we see him from last week. We all seen the game. Firmino and Salah, they look knackered. Not knackered, but Firmino needs at least a rest. Give him a little rest. But as Jack said, and a lot of us will be saying when we look at this game, don't drop a winning team, don't drop a winning formula, because the momentum is with a lot of those players anyway. Even if you're on the bench, you're in a momentum of I'm going to get on there and hopefully score. That Danny Sturridge speaks for himself anyway, and Shaqiri, it's that. I'd go exactly the same as Jack. Everyone, let me know your thoughts. Would you bring in a Sturridge or would you bring in a Shaqiri? When I spoke to a lot of yous and when I spoke to Jack as well, like, we could bring in Shaqiri, but what would be the point? I think I'd rather have those two options to come off the bench if it's not going our way on Saturday early on. It's an early kick-off as well.
If it gets to half-time and we're 1 or 2-0 up, I'd probably say to Shaqiri for his club, stay warm, because I'd bring him on around the 55th, 60th minute and bring off Salah or Mane. Like, if they're tired, there's no point in running them out if we're comfortably up by 1 or 2 goals. I think, as you said, Salah is looking tired.
He still scores though.
He's scoring goals, but it's like, I think a lot of us are expecting to see the Salah we saw last season. And I think a lot of us know that, like, chances are he's not going to have another season like that for a few years, where it's going to be ridiculous with everything he touches is going to is a goal. So I think if you do give him a half an hour rest, that will be massive. It'll just help him so much, because he'll then know, like, he'll then feel better in himself. He's like, well, it's not like I've played 90 minutes. I've played 90 minutes, 60 minutes. So it'll just be so much easier for him. And then if you're winning 2-0, bring on Sturridge. There's no reason not to. He's a good enough striker. It's not like you're bringing on like a Dom Solanke or a Danny Ings where you're thinking they're just a number. It's a player who's proved in pre-season that he can still put the ball in the back of the net. Yeah,
or even like if you flipped that, like, and you played Salah and Firmino off the bench. If you're like a player, like, I think it'd be no harm to play Sturridge and Shaqiri off the start, because they'd still be like, oh my god.
It'd be a confidence boost.
Like, because those two would be like, alright, I've got to give the gaffer a complete run out. Mane was slightly off it last game, but you can excuse him because he's been an absolute baller in the first two games of the season. Everyone, do you expect everyone? I've been asking a lot of my subscribers and everyone watching. Do you think Mane is the new Salah this season? Do you expect him to do, or do you think he needs to? His consistency needs to be a lot better?
I don't know. He always has a good August month, doesn't he? He's one of them players where he'll start off so well, and then he'll have 1 or 2 games where he'll have 10 chances and score maybe 1.
Yeah.
So he's a confidence player, Money. I think if you keep him going, his form will go, and it'll be like a massive snowball effect. He'll just keep scoring. If he has one game where he has a few chances and misses them, then I think he'll have a few bad games on him.
Yeah. Score predictions then, mate, and everyone get him involved. What do you reckon the score? I went mad, and I think a lot of us did with the Brighton game. We all went like 5-0, 4-0. No discredit to Brighton anyway, but it was the form that we were in. But I think last week we seen a very different Liverpool team, which was good for us to see. I'd be very happy, like a lot of us, and we'd be happy with a lot more 1-0 wins as long as it was like last week. But I'm going to say a 1-0 or a 2-0 anyway, but I'm so confident defensively, mate.
Yeah, I think a lot of fans are now realising that we can't see out a 1-0 lead.
Yeah.
Because every Liverpool fan the past 4 or 5 years, you've been 1-0 up in like the 60th minute and you're panicking.
We've seen that so many times, haven't we? Now, like,
so we always blow it away. It's not like we're just assuming it's going to happen. We've
like,
got a record of doing it.
Classic Liverpool when you sit back. But we've got Alisson in between the sticks, like we seen last game. If he comes out and he was giving his kittens, every single one of us, and he's probably when you've got a, that's what happens when you got a Brazilian goalkeeper. He's got 5-star skill moves on the next FIFA definitely. But like the stuff a keeper does, like all of us, our hearts are in our mouths, but we've got to get used to it. We've got to get used to it.
I'm just saying, fair play to him to have that confidence on his third game.
Yeah.
It's like fair play to him.
Next it'd be like against Leicester, it'd be bringing out Rabonas and flickering over to everyone.
If that was me in between the sticks for Liverpool, if the ball came anywhere near me, we'd be getting booted down the pitch.
Gerrard!
There'd be no way I'd be flicking over someone's
Just
head.
absolutely booted into Rose's head. So I'm going with 2-0. What would you score prediction wise?
I want to keep the clean sheets going. I really do. But I'm going to say a 3-1.
3-1. It's going against the grain now.
It's not that. I just think.
Yeah.
I think obviously we are very good defensively, but I look at it and think if we can go more and more games with clean sheets, then amazing.
It'd be absolute madness.
But I just think
there's going to be that one game.
There's going to be that one game, and if it's Leicester, do you know what? Fair play, because they're not a bad side.
Yeah.
I'd rather concede 1 against Leicester, but then score 3 past them, than go and draw 1-1 with someone. I don't even know who you class it as now these days. Like a Bournemouth or something.
Oh yeah, Bournemouth are good as well. But everyone, let me know your score predictions in the comment section below as well. Do you think me or Jack are right, or are we completely wrong? Let us all know. Leave your score predictions. I'm going with 2-0. Jack's going with 3-1 anyway.
And another thing to add though would be, we've seen it so many times where if we do bring off Salah or we bring off Mane, that name is so scary to a full back in defence that they will sit 20 yards further back than they usually would. So I wouldn't want to start Shaqiri and Sturridge purely because they wouldn't be that scared. They'd be like, well, we've only got Mane really. So they press high up the pitch. But if it's like we saw it in so many games where Salah's come off in the 60th minute and we've been dominating the game, and then all of a sudden they push 20 yards up the pitch, box us in, and we all can see the lick goal. So I just make sure we were comfortable and make sure that our players knew what they were doing to keep them pinned back.
For me, like I'd start with the same squad anyway, but it was just giving variety really to Jürgen. But everyone, thank you very much for tuning in. But Jack, like, what do you think and hope or conclude on the show anyway, mate? How do you hope Saturday morning, early morning kickoff goes?
I'm hoping it goes well. I'm hoping we get a win. 3 points. Salah's got a hat-trick for me fantasy team.
Yeah, I think everyone make sure you put Salah as captain anyway. I'm excited. I'm made up, and there must be a stat. We should have all looked at the stat anyway. But there's one stat. Everyone, if you know it, leave it in the comment section below. When was the last time Liverpool won 4 out of the first 4 games? To have 12 points on the board, not thinking ahead anyway. But if we can do that, it's such an importance anyway. If I'm looking at the fixtures now, you've got Leicester, and then the next 3 fixtures you've got Tottenham, Southampton, and then Chelsea is your next 3 fixtures anyway. So especially coming up against Chelsea and Tottenham, get those points on the board, and then hopefully we can change this, mate, and everyone if we can get those 3 or maybe a possible 3 or 4 points off Chelsea and Spurs, that'd be great. That'd be really
If
good.
we can go and play Tottenham and Chelsea, and I just said get 4 points from it, I'll take it. Because as long as we match City week for week,
yeah,
we'll win the league.
Yeah, definitely.
They've already dropped 2 points. Who was it against? Was it Brighton? No, who did they get beat?
Wolves.
Wolves.
Yeah.
Wolves.
Yeah.
They've already dropped points. They smashed Brighton, didn't they? They've dropped points against Wolves. As long as we can capitalise on that and match them week for week, we'll stand in such a strong stead for the league.
But I think that concludes it, everyone. If you've got any comments or anything, you get involved in the score predictions, post-match, your thoughts as well. How do you think Liverpool can get at Leicester? Very good squad, Leicester City, so no mugs anyway. They sit 7th in the Premier League table, but we sit top of the Premier League table. But we continuous momentum there.
Yeah,
come on.
I can't see us losing, I'll be honest.
Yeah, but yeah, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much, Jack, for coming on.
Welcome, lad.
Absolute legend. And yeah, hopefully get Jack on some more shows if we can book him anyway. But yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. Have a quality rest of your day and get involved in the comment section below, and you'll never walk alone.
See you soon, guys.